average. If I could go back, Derek, to the question about why do people get it wrong, is they ultimately they choose the wrong job that doesn't have the right fit. And for those who don't know, my particular story and why I'm so passionate about why I started this firm 19 years ago after I got a little bit lucky in business is the first job I took after spending 7.5 years on active duty, thinking I was a pretty smart officer, or blah, blah, blah. I joined this big global company that the recruiting firm I worked for said was going to be great. And they downsized within 90 days. And sometimes we just choose the wrong opportunity. And I don't care how good you are. If you don't join a company that it's a good fit and it's a good company, you cannot punch your way out of it. It's just that simple. And, for us, we take our responsibility of vetting opportunities very seriously. We look for 4 things. We look at companies and we make sure that those companies are financially strong. We are crazy focused on balance sheets. Okay. Is that company strong? We're getting ready to, possibly have a recession here in a few months, right? That's the talk if you listen to all the smart people, Well, guess what? When you work with the kind of companies that we work with, they don't shrink and fold up and start whacking people. In fact, that company I was telling you about with technical leadership, they've never had a layoff in the history of the company because they have such a strong balance sheet. In fact, they look at those kind of opportunities of recession as a great opportunity to kind of jump in and start aggressively growing and taking advantage of the market. But the point is that we're looking for companies that are financially strong. We're looking for companies that are poised for growth. Hey, listen, if you want a growth opportunity, it's going to be much more likely to happen if you join a company that's going to have high growth. Okay, so we're looking for companies that are poised in their space, that are going to compete and they're going to win. The third thing that we're focused on is we're looking for companies that truly have values that our candidates, the military candidates, because we know that the culture of a military officer is a little bit different than some parts of the world. And we focus on things beyond just greed and things like that, but companies that have truly the values that our folks can embrace. And that's a really important part that sometimes people dismiss. And then lastly, we're looking for companies that have true senior leadership buy-in about what a junior military officer can bring to the table. We're not just looking for companies, I want to hire a veteran because thank them for our service. Not that we want to be dismissive of people that approach things that way, but no, we want companies that have senior leadership to understand the transferable skills that a military officer brings to the table will allow that JMO to come on board as a high potential candidate and run circles. And that only happens if senior leadership has buy-in. So, why do candidates oftentimes fail? They choose the wrong company, flat out. They choose the wrong job. They don't enjoy it. It's a tough transition, but if you get it right, it can be really exciting. So that's my thoughts on that, Derek.